Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. May Almighty God provide you with peace, blessing, and safety. This is the second episode in the series devoted to phrases. In the previous episode, we discussed noun, verb, adjective, adverb phrases, and prepositional phrases. Today, we tackle gerund, infinitive, participle, and absolute phrases. Each type of the phrases takes the name or takes its name from the name of the head word. So this is infinitive. For example, infinitive phrase consists of infinitive, which is the particle to plus the base form and any objects or modifiers associated with it. In terms of function, infinitive phrases functions as nouns, adjectives, or adverbs in a sentence. We've got some examples here. We must all try to help one another. So to help is in red color, which means it is the infinitive. One another, it means the object. So the whole phrase behaves as a noun and functions as a direct object of verb to try. So we can replace it. We must all try what? We must all try this to help one another. This is a good hotel to stay for the night. The infinitive, adverbial prepositional phrase, which is for the night. The whole phrase functions as an adjective modifying the hotel. It means this is a good hotel, and this gives describe this hotel. I'm going to the post office to send my brother a letter. This is the infinitive, or okay, the whole phrase here is the infinitive phrase. The whole is the infinitive phrase. To help one another is the infinitive phrase. The infinitive here is to send. Indirect object is my brother, and direct object is a letter. The whole phrase, to send my brother a letter, functions as an adverb of reason, modifying the verb going, and it answers the question why. I'm going to the post office. Why? To send my brother a letter. To earn money is a desire of everyone. Where is here the phrase, the infinitive phrase? It is to earn money. And its constituent is infinitive plus verb object. To earn what? To earn money. So infinitive phrase functions as a subject. So subject of the verb is. Okay? This is a desire of everyone, to earn money. The infinitive phrase in this sentence is to take quickly the children to another room. Split infinitive means to put an adverb between to and take. It means this adverb to put it here, and it becomes he planned to quickly take the children to another room. In the past it was ungrammatical, but now it becomes more and more acceptable, and some people like it and enjoy it like this. But many grammarians say that it should be done for reasons. One of these reasons is to put clarity and to avoid ambiguity. For example, we want to discuss further Moroccan efforts to modernize. So to discuss further does it go with to discuss further? Does it go with discuss, or does it go with effort, further Moroccan efforts? So in order to avoid this equity, it's better to split the infinitive and put it in between. We want to further discuss this time, so further goes with discuss. Another reason is emphasis. They taught her to spend money wisely. This is the infinitive phrase. Um, Now we are going to split, okay, the infinitive. They taught her to wisely spend money, and wisely is put here to put emphasis on this adverb and to give it importance. Now we move to participle phrase. It consists of a present or past participle accompanied by modifiers or object, but it has only one function, which is an adjective. So these are the constituents and this is the function. Now we go to examples. My car destroyed in the accident was taken away by the tow truck. So in red, it is the past participle, destroyed, plus adverbial prepositional phrase, and the whole phrase destroyed in the accident functions as an adjective which modifies my car. It modifies my car. So if I say my car was taken away, so, and perhaps I've got three or two cars, so which one? It is the one that was destroyed in the accident. This participle phrase, it is in the middle of the sentence, but there are no commas because this information is very essential, necessary to the understanding of the sentence. Now, this phrase, participle phrase, can be also in the beginning of the sentence. Destroyed in the accident, my car. But quickly, or the word that it modifies should come and be the nearest in the sentence to the participle phrase. We move to another sentence. People breaking the lockdown rules are arrested. So here the past participle, and here the present participle. Plus object. The object is the lockdown rules. And the whole phrase, the whole participle phrase functions as an adjective describing people. Which people? Another example, children making noise are hungry. So this is the participle phrase describing children. Not all children are hungry, but those making noise. So that's why there is no comma between around the participle phrase. Sue cleaned the milk spilled on the table. So here also, this is the participle phrase. It is past participle plus on the table, which is the adverbial prepositional phrase, and the whole phrase, participle phrase, is an adjective modifying the milk, the immediate word that comes before the phrase. Another example, I received a letter inviting me for an interview. This is the participle phrase describing or modifying what? The letter, the immediate word following the before the participle phrase. Comma has got special job with the participle phrase. Let's look at this sentence. The man sitting on the grass is my neighbor. So this information, this participle phrase splits the subject from the verb, and it gives information on the man. But this information is very necessary to differentiate this man from other people around him. So the man, not anyone, but the one who is sitting on the grass. So that's why it is very essential. We call it restrictive for the meaning. It is essential for the meaning of the sentence. We don't put the participle phrase between commas. Now let's look at this example. The man sitting on the grass is my neighbor. So maybe there is only one man sitting on the grass. So this information is non-restrictive. It's not essential. It can be omitted, and the meaning will be safe. So we put it between commas. Now another use of commas is that comma can select the modified noun in the sentence. If a participial phrase or participle phrase comes at the end of a sentence, a comma precedes the phrase if it modifies an early word in the sentence rather than the nearest. For example, the mother worries about the child, frightened by the storm. So who is frightened here? Is it the child or the mother? So the phrase, the whole phrase modifies the mother because there is this comma. So not her child. If you omit the comma, it will be the child. So the mother worries about the child, frightened by the storm. It is the child who is frightened. So the participle phrase modifies the child. Another example, I saw him waiting for the bus. There is comma. So who is waiting for the bus? Is it me? Is it I or him? So it is I because there is comma. I saw him waiting for the bus. It is him who is waiting for the bus. If the participle phrase behaves like an adjective, the gerund phrase behaves like a noun. Its constituent is the ing form associated with any modifiers or objects. So, since it behaves like a noun, it functions as a subject of a clause or an object of a verb or preposition. Let's see these examples. Swimming every day is good for health. The gerund phrase is swimming every day. This is gerund. And adverbial phrase every day, it functions as subject of verb is. The whole phrase, the whole gerund phrase functions as a subject. I avoid checking mobile in the dark. So the phrase is the gerund phrase checking mobile in the dark. Its constituent is gerund plus object mobile plus adverbial prepositional phrase, and the whole phrase functions as the object, the direct object of the verb avoid. I avoid what? I avoid this. He asked her about hiking up the mountain. So this is the gerund phrase. This is gerund and adverbial prepositional phrase. It functions as an object of preposition about for the of preposition about. To review the differences between participle and gerund phrases, we can say that participle phrase behaves like an adjective or modifier, whereas gerund phrase behaves like a noun and hence functions as a subject or object. Walking in the forest, for example, as a participle phrase, Mary enjoyed the fresh air. So who walks on the forest? It is Mary. Walking in the forest is healthy. So here it is an adjective. It describes Mary. But here we are talking about walking in the forest as an activity is healthy. So it is here a subject. Now, this description, present participle phrase, describe the proper noun Mary, whereas here it is a subject, walking. Now, the man sitting on the grass is my neighbor. It is participle phrase describing the man, whereas here he loves sitting on the beach or on the grass. So here the gerund phrase, it behaves like a noun and functions as a direct object of verb to love. The absolute phrase is different from all the others. Let's see this difference. Let's look at the previous participle phrase. Walking in the street, in the forest, Mary enjoyed the fresh air. So this participle phrase, what does it describe? It describes Mary. So there is no other, it doesn't have any noun here. It starts with participle. So the same person or subject of the clause is the focus or the focus of the participle phrase. Now let's go to see the difference with the absolute phrase. Absolute phrase modify or add information to the entire sentence. If this participle modifies or add information to just the noun here, but here it is different, it adds information about the whole sentence. So its constituent, it is a noun. Here we don't have a noun. Noun plus participle plus optional modifiers or objects. Let's see examples. Here the students having left early, I decided to correct the exercises. So here we've got subject, and here it is a subject, but the verb is not finite. So who has left? It is the student who have left. And because the students have left, I decided to correct the exercises. It means I have time to correct the exercises. So the students having left early, I decided to correct the exercises. So this phrase doesn't modify here the pronoun as it is the case with Mary, but it modifies the whole sentence. Let's see another example. His mobile, another noun. Here we don't have a noun. I reiterate this. His mobile dead. So past participle. His mobile dead. He felt bored because his mobile doesn't work anymore. The school closed, past participle, ed. The friends were ready to travel. Why? Because of the school has closed. So this is absolute phrase. An absolute phrase may occur in the middle for emphasis. The teacher, the same sentence, the teacher, her students having left early, so the participle, having left early, decided to correct the exercises. So it may happen in the middle. Absolute phrases at the end to add descriptive information to the whole sentence. Look here, but it comes by the end. So I hope to get into Harvard next year, God willing. God willing that this may happen. The whole of this activity may happen. I will be back tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow, comma, weather permitting. If the weather permits it, I will be back tomorrow. So here it is the noun and present participle. So here it modifies, it gives information about the whole sentence. The cook held onto the bowl, his fingers squeezing it tightly. Uh, his fingers, so we've got here two different subjects you see here. His fingers squeezing it tightly. But here is the verb is not finite. It cannot be a sentence or a clause. The baby jumps with joy. Her mother returning from the work. As usual, I acknowledge the resources, books, and articles, and people who have contributed to this lesson and who have added to my knowledge about languages. Before I close this lesson, I would like to tell you thank you and call upon you to take care and to care for everything you have, yourself included.